I don't actually have one.
Yes, and they did say, I'm okay with
I like it, but it's actually
Really said the glasses are not helping him. I know there's like glasses, but they're not supposed to like walk like a blindfold man. With my hearing is so good, so good. Yeah.
Hello. I'm over here today. I also want to call to order the October 24th meeting of the Student Government Association. We are live streaming and recorded. Also, quick reminder, we did update the mic on the live stream now, so it will pick up all your little dialogue. So we are all hot mic'd. Keep that in mind. Thank you. Please review your agendas while items roll.
Caitlin Egan.
Here.
Timothy Allen.
Here.
Isabella Cattell.
Here.
Scott Dwan. Nick Palumba.
Here.
Anderson Dallaire.
Here.
Gage Glanville.
Here.
Justin Wald.
Here.
Crystal Mills. Naomi Britta.
Here.
Travis McLaughlin.
Here.
Patricia Soa.
Here.
Benjamin Burnham.
Here.
Shaquila Leary.
Here.
Ariane Baker. Abby Glashan.
Here.
Desiree Brown.
Here.
Fabian Morales.
Here.
Haley Kane.
Here.
Isabella Moniz.
Here.
James McDonald.
Here.
Lois Black. Miles Jordan. Jacob Constant.
Here.
Austin Morgan.
Here.
Brandon Rita.
Here.
Maggie Roberts.
Here.
Daniel Lyons.
Here.
Liam Connor.
Here.
Angela Hayes.
Here.
Yuri Serna. Chris Pira.
Here.
Are there any corrections to the minutes from the October 17th meeting? Seeing none, these are approved.
And now for your president's report, Nicholas Smith.
Hello, everyone. Is this? Hello. Okay, we're good now. There we go. Put a speaker behind me. Hello, everyone. Today we have a very special guest joining us down today, the Assistant Director of Veteran and Military Services, Robert Vigneault.
This is a phenomenal group. Thank you so much for the invitation. The first thing I'd like to say is the Office of Veteran Military Services is under new management. That's me. I got here in June. It has been a phenomenal ride to find out how many people across this campus are interested in collaborating with our office. So the primary mission of my office is we are school certified officials, excuse me, which means that we are VA trained to certify anybody using VA benefits. The great thing about that is that it's not just for veterans. It's any military connected student. Military connected being if your mom, dad, your spouses, your dependents, anything like that, that's military connected. One of the great things that I have the honor to support here is we actually have the Military Community Excellence Center. Now, it's a center that's set aside for our military connected students. It's a great little space. We have laptops in there, student access computers. We have our own printer, which is huge, I think, around here, right? We also do have a snack bar. I've always got a good cup of coffee going. So the phenomenal thing about this group right here is that you are so intertwined with this campus. It is amazing to see how many people are, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, is how many people are intertwined throughout all of these different offices. That's actually something that's a little bit different. Excuse me, I'm coming up from a community college where, 2 years, you degree and you're out. We're now talking about having people here on campus in the dorms, here for 4 years. It's phenomenal to see this type of attendance. So speaking of this, let me see if I can is anybody here military connected? Nobody? Oh, okay. Can you tell me how?
My dad was in the Air Force.
Okay, lovely, Air Force. Air Force is great. So have you been to the center?
No.
No? Did you know about the center?
I did, but I didn't think it was military connected, so.
And that's one of the great things that, let's go up on?
Problem.
That's okay, I'll use my DI voice. That's one of the first things they teach you. So yeah, that's one of the great things that one of the things that we want to get the word out about is military connected. It's not just about veterans. I know that the word veterans is used quite a bit, but that is only the spearhead of this tip. And that tip is we can't do what we do as veterans without the support of our family. So, we're down in Bates Hall. They call it the garden level. It's the basement. Yeah. It's really easy to find. We have big letters above our doors that Veteran Military Services. Please come down. We'd love it. And if you want to bring classmates with you, that you want to do a work study or a group study or something like that, you're more than welcome to do that as well.
Thank you.
So at this point, does anybody have any questions?
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Rob?
Nicholas Smith.
Thank you for coming down to our garden level.
Yes.
Is there any big takeaways besides the military family dependence that you want students to take away? Resources you guys provide, students are aware of, or any big changes from the previous veterans and military services?
Yes, absolutely. One of the things that we do is we also host events. The two big events through the year are Veterans Day Ceremony and Memorial Day Ceremony. 8th of November, right over in Uni Hall, multi-purpose room, we're going to hold a Veterans Day Ceremony. It's going to be a little bit different than what Westfield State has done in the past. Senator John Vilas is going to be our opening remarks. The base commander for Barnes is going to be my keynote speaker. If any of you have the time and the availability, it starts at 11 o'clock. I'm sorry, I was about to use 24-hour time. It starts at 11 o'clock and goes to 1 o'clock. For those of you that do know military or 24-hour time, it's 1100 to 1300. If anybody ever thought that. Uni Hall, 8th of November, that's our big one. I'll send you some information on that tomorrow. The other thing that we want to get the word out is we want to open up the doors to the Veterans and Military Center to start engaging more across the campus. That's one of the things that we're trying to lead our transitioning military. So people coming out of the military, they're transitioning from boots to books. That's pretty much our motto right there. And shining more light on what we do and how we've done it and the paths that we've walked. We want to get that out there as well.
Are there any further? Desiree Brown?
Hi,
Thank you for coming today. What other type of academic services do you provide for the veterans and their families?
Academic, how? What do you mean?
Do you offer like tutoring sessions like the TRIO and the Pinocco Center, or?
No, actually, that's one of the reasons that we want to start moving more out to working with other groups, is so that we're not sequestered, more or less, in just the center. But resources, I'm sorry, you mentioned resources. A lot of the resources that we do have is local, state, and national. If anybody has any questions about anything veterans or military related, we can either show you what we have or point you in the right direction. If you want anybody, if you want to, even recruiters. We have, I don't know, did everybody see the obstacle course out there on the green? Unfortunately, I was in Norfolk for a veterans conference. I missed the whole thing. How did it go? Any feedback from y'all? That'd be a no. No, that's great. It's actually going to be coming back. That was the Massachusetts National Guard that brought that out, and it's actually going to be coming back. So challenges are going out. I want to see some SGAs out there running that gauntlet, right?
Joseph Vigneault?
Well, I want to thank you for coming down. I remember having a conversation with you earlier this semester. This is not related questions. Just wanted to thank you, and also give you kudos for all of the effort that you're putting in with collaborating with other groups and communicating students. It's well received and well seen.
Absolutely, thank you. I appreciate everybody being so open about this. I've never talked to a group like this, and it's when I got the invitation, I was just like, whoa, it kind of set me back, because I'm not used to having so many people just be open to what we do and what we want to do. So thank you, I appreciate that.
Chris Piero?
Hi, thank you for coming down and thank you for everything you do. I just want to say that. Going back to the Army obstacle course, is there any way we can let students know in advance that it's happening on campus? Because I feel like a lot of students didn't really know about it the first time. And I think it's a really good opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. When I get the information on when they're coming back, I'll send it over to you. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, and we can do that out. That'd be great.
Caitlin Egan?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm the class of 2024 president, and if you ever need publicizing any flyers or for events or anything, we have a social media presence that we're able to help you out if you ever need it.
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, the social media aspect is huge for us right now, and I would really like to delve more into that. So I'll definitely be reaching out to you on that, especially for the Veterans Day ceremony.
Are there any further for Rob? Seeing none. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right. Hello, everyone. We're gonna try this one more time. There we go. That's better. Okay. I hope you're all doing well today. A quick introduction about myself. My name is Nicholas Smith. I'm the current, academic year's Student Government Association president. For our new members in the room, because there are some new members, first of all, welcome and congratulations. SGA is a super fun time and commitment. We do a lot of great things, and I want to thank you for helping make our Senate just a little bit larger and helping with the issues on campus that SGA focuses on. As the SGA president, I don't like to, but my job is to run these meetings with all of you on Tuesdays. I work with my executive board to help get things done on campus, and with the rest of you guys in Senate to kind of help push your agendas forward. And my role in that is kind of communicating with the higher ups in campus, like the dean of students and the president of the university and all that. So any way I can help facilitate that for you, please reach out. My email is president.sga@westfield.ma.edu. My office is 017. It's the one over there. So yeah. Besides that, just a quick introduction about me. I wanted to begin my report. First of all, I hope you're all doing well. Second of all, there's an open forum for all students on November 2nd to discuss dining and bathrooms in residence halls. Res Life did send out a survey today about the bathrooms in predominantly first-year halls. I haven't taken a chance to look at it yet. However, I want to thank all of our Res Life friends for getting out to students as soon as possible and as soon as we could. Please ensure that if you are a student on campus, you engage with this survey as it will be presented as data at our open forum. Dining will also be at the open forum, giving you a chance to share your thoughts on dining at Westfield State University. I do want to reinforce the fact that this is an opportunity that we were granted to discuss with members in these positions. So please make sure you come to it and help represent SGA well. Just keep in mind critical questions and things like that. November 17th is the SGA group bonding trip. I know I said I would mention it last time and it slipped my brain. So we are going, drumroll please, to the Westfield Thunderbirds game. When I was younger, Austin working so happy. When I was younger, I was a massive fan of the Springfield Falcons. The Thunderbirds are a great team and they continue the spirit. This will be our SGA bonding event for this semester, this year. It'll be a great time for all of us to eat hot dogs together watching my favorite sport, hockey. With hopefully all 41 of you. You don't have to eat a hot dog with me. Nachos and pretzels are also okay for a substitution. Cornhole is tonight, so please support them after the meeting. There will be food truck, raffles, and all that fun. The cornhole event is put on by Public Safety, and it's an excellent chance to support breast cancer awareness. We have senator training happening this Friday, which is mandatory. It will happen in the Owl's Nest at 1:40 p.m. Please email me by tomorrow if you cannot make it for extenuating reasons. If you must attend if you can. It'll help work on Robert's Rules of Order, report writing, and how to formulate answers that reflect SGA and our values. These are essential leadership values we deem you know, so please attend. I, however, will not be there because I'm attending a conference on Friday. However, don't worry, I have been reading up on Robert's Rules of Orders with the 9th edition book in my office from 1976, so I promise you I am still doing my due diligence. The rest of exec will also be present, and they can hopefully make my jokes in the presentation better than I can. Tomorrow, Dan and I, along with Joseph, meet with President Thompson. If there's anything you want me to bring up to the president, please let me know. I know Dan, Joseph, and I are very excited to meet with her, so super exciting. If you still need to join the group meet, please come up to the podium and scan the QR code. I need to be able to reach out to all of you. Sometimes an email isn't the best way. So if you guys are not in the group meet, like you can come up right now and scan the QR code. That's what it's here for. No one? I'm not gonna bite. Thank you. No. I appreciate all of you.
I saw that there was a perfect.
Yeah. I realize that putting it on the table by your agendas might not be the best thing, so I appreciate all of you for having the courage to walk up to me and scan the QR code. I know sometimes grouping can have problems, so if that is a thing, let me know. Yeah, I know. But besides that, you guys should really be in it if you're not. I want to let you guys know we have a dress-up meeting next week. Sorry for the short notice. Next Tuesday is Halloween, so we have a Halloween costume dress-up meeting. It's not formal wear. I encourage you guys to wear a costume. I haven't run it by Laura yet, but I have some fake LED candles I'm probably going to throw on your tables, and they're controlled by a magic wand, and it's super cool. So I'm going to do that. Anyways, it is a costume meeting, so please, I encourage you to dress up. I'll be dressed up. Hopefully the rest of the exec will. I hope you guys do as well. Maybe. I think, yeah, maybe. We'll see. I want to take this time to swear in our new senators. So Gavin and Savannah, if you are here, can you please stand up for a second? Yes, thank you. I move to swear Gavin Fazio and Savannah Sala as representatives to the SGA for the rest of the 2023-2024 academic school year.
Second. It has been moved and seconded to appoint Gavin and Savannah to the SGA Senate for the academic year. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns?
I believe it's Sousa, not so.
Is it Susan? I'm so sorry.
Just to be clear.
No, I'm this one.
My bad.
I saw the face.
Seeing none, Motion carries.
No.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Like I said, student government can be fun, and it's a super big honor, so congratulations. Lastly, our agenda has been updated. Woo! We want to focus more this year on making streamlined agendas for all of you, and redacting some parts that didn't regularly report helps make it read more smoothly. This does not mean if you are on a committee that's not on the agenda this week, you cannot report on it next week. Please do. I will be adding back the committees that are reporting next week, and I will send out a master copy of the previous agendas so you guys can make sure to see what tabs you can report on if you're part of those committees in that respective area. Also, with this change, it becomes more critical to let Adam know by Mondays at 12 p.m. noon, if you are reporting and or what you are reporting on. So don't just say I'm reporting. If you're reporting for commuter council, tell Adam, hey, I'm gonna report for commuter council. So I can formulate the agendas to send out for you guys by 2 p.m. and then have them set for today. That is all I have.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Nicholas? Adam Carpenter.
I'm not used to this cable being here. But anyways, I have a point of information. Please, if you're in a Miss Setter training, also at the very least CC me on the email because I am the one that was going to be running the training. So I would like to know who will be there and who will not. And once again, if you've already been to a training, you do not need to go to another training if it was in this academic year, not past trainings counting.
Are there any further comments, questions, or concerns for Nicholas? Seeing none. Thank you, Nicholas.
Board of Trustees report, Daniel Currier.
I'm Dan, I'm the student trustee. So for those that are new, basically what I do is I sit on the board of trustees, that's the governing board of the university, and I help to pass various motions given to us that can include the budget, tuition fees, etc. So it's a very powerful position on the campus. But good evening, the investment subcommittee met last Friday to discuss our third quarter investment performance and our plan moving forward. For context, the university holds tens of millions of dollars in reserves. That's basically extra money that we have on hand that can be used in an emergency and reinvested for innovative and capital purposes. A portion of these reserves are invested in a long-term investment portfolio through our contracted investment managers known as Corient. The third quarter did not bode well for Westfield State University's portfolio, which declined from approximately $23.7 million to $23.1 million, or roughly 2.6% decline net of fees. Our portfolio, however, has increased 6% this year and 15.4% since the portfolio's inception in September of 2019. Our primary conversation revolved around whether we wanted to A, add more money to a long-term investment portfolio and reap greater returns, and B, whether our investment portfolio should be put into an index fund, which is not actively managed by an investment manager, or remain as an active management fund. Just to kind of explain a little bit further, active management is basically when a group of investment managers make individual decisions on acquiring particular stocks. For example, whether to buy Amazon, Ford, etc. The subcommittee agreed that it would be prudent for us to add additional dollars to our long-term investment portfolio and to strongly consider moving toward an index fund, as we do not believe our current active management strategy is working. Additional research will be occurring over the next month, and further conversations may occur in December. Barring a special meeting, our next meeting is scheduled for Friday, January 19th. Should you have any questions, please let me know.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Dan Currier? Seeing none, thank you, Dan. Vice President Support Student Life, Jack Winden.
Good evening, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the meeting so far. As Nick said, I'm Jack Winden, Vice President of Student Life. I believe our two new senators I interviewed, so I'm not going to bore you with telling you about my title again. Last Friday, Student Affairs committee met. We discussed two main topics. The first is bridging the gap between staff, students, and faculty, and the second is students' mental health. For the first one, we discussed a few topics. One of them was to have professors post their events on Presence. So I brought that up. I think it's a good idea, as students will be able to know what events are going on the academic side as well. Second was, someone brought up the week at a glance and how we should utilize that to include professors' events as well. And then Maggie's idea for this as well, which I'll explain a little bit about. Basically, her idea was to have kind of like a social hour meet and greet with some members of the university staff. For instance, it could be people like Steve Taxar, who is Vice President of Administration and Finance and some of his team, so students can come and meet people that work for the university that they might not otherwise, and that can help, connect the nest a little bit. The other thing we brought up was students' mental health. There's not a whole lot on that, just basically one thing that got brought up was mental health days and how to deal with that if a student is abusing it, and that way it doesn't take away from other students who need them. So some of the professors brought that up. This committee meets again on November 17th, so if you want anything brought up at that meeting, problems or stuff you want Student Affairs Committee to address, please email me at vpstudentlife.sga@westfield.ma.edu or find me after the meeting. All right. Next thing I have is I met with ResLife. I found out they sent out that survey today, so I can skip over most of this. Please fill it out. It's important to get the students' feedback on the bathroom walks. And that was pretty much all that our meeting was about. So I can skip that. Just go to the open forum and fill out that survey. Last thing I have is last Saturday was the first of 3 fall open houses. Around 200 potential students registered, 115 of them went. It was a great turnout and helped show a lot of potential students our campus and what we're about here at Westfield State. There will be 2 more open houses coming up, one in November, one in December. So if you're on a club, I recommend you go and have a table. That way students can see what different clubs and organizations are here at Westfield State. And in my meeting with VP Hearn yesterday, he said, quote, let SGA know that he was very happy with the clubs and organizations that went and wants to thank everyone in advance for going to the next 2 and helping out. So you guys are big expectations there. So, and that's all I got.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Jack Linden? Seeing none, thank you, Jack. Vice President's Report, Academic Life, Sarah Harrington.
Hi, everyone. To all our new senators, my name is Sarah Harrington. I'm the Vice President of Academic Life. Please come to me with any problems regarding curriculum, course, professors, parking, and any stuff of that nature. The University Curriculum Committee met this past Friday during the Common Hour. We continue to look at the revisions to each part of Support 5 with Dr. Kennedy and Shelley from SCORE. We confirmed the endorsement of the area descriptions, models, and learning outcomes as ready to pilot. We reviewed more of the English courses and reviewed any removed any prerequisites other than English 101. On Thursday at 11:30, Dan and I met to discuss the Common Hour proposal further. We reviewed the draft policy Dan made for the proposal and talked about the pros of the suggested time block. We were thinking of having it on Tuesdays from 11:15 to 12:30. The idea is that any labs or 1 credit / 1 day courses could be held during this time on Thursdays, so it wouldn't completely take away that Thursday time block. We'll be continuing to review with Jack and Laura before we send the proposal off. Quick reminder, you all need to sit on 2 committees, and SGA is not one of those committees. Grade Appeals Committee, Academic Honesty, Parking Control Board, and SCORE also need members, so please come up to me after the meeting if you'd like to get more information or join any. That's all I have. My office hours are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 12:30 and Fridays from 12:30 to 1:30. If you need to email me, it's vp@academiclife.sga@westfield.ma.edu.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Sarah Harrington? Seeing none, thank you, Sarah. Vice President Support Student Equity, Academic Policy Committee, Joseph Vigneault.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming down today. Academic Policies Committee, ABC, met on Friday, October 20th, last Friday, during the common meeting time from 1:40 to 2:55 p.m. We discussed two proposals, one on utilizing AI tools in the classroom and the other on potentially allowing students access to aids during academic dishonesty hearings. The committee ultimately decided on tabling both proposals as we felt it was difficult to make an informed decision without discussing either matter with legal counsel or further understanding of the social parameters within each matter respectively. Due to this, the council then created a subcommittee, which both Brandon and I will be on to collect further information on the topics and work on further suggestions for the proposals. Please feel free to let me know if you have any questions about those after this report or during either of my office hours, either of our office hours. Yeah, thank you.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Joseph Vigneault? Austin Morgan.
Hi, Joseph. Can you just explain what you meant about like academic dishonesty, like what that was?
Yeah. So I was brief just for the sake of the report, but basically I'll dive into it a little and like explain. So Academic Policies Committee obviously like looks over like all proposals that have to do with like the, I guess, any policies in relation to academics and also just calendar. In that sense, there was a proposal that was put out, and there's this thing called the Academic Dishonesty Hearing Committee or something, basically like kind of like the student conduct process, but for academic dishonesty. So like during those hearings, you would have like a panel of like, I think it's 3 individuals who would then you would be meeting with and they would decide like what your, I guess, what the further proceedings would be due to your academic dishonesty. And some of the topics that were discussed was that it may be an inequitable thing for some people who are like foreign exchange students or people who are first language speaking a different language than it is in English, that they may need a aid during the time that they are in the hearing because some of their language may be misconstrued and like the conversation may not be as helpful for them, and they may like not get a fair judgment in that process. It was proposed by a faculty member, I don't know which department, but we like looked at it, we agreed with some of the language that was utilized that was like basically, you know, we approve and update kind of our constitution. Similarly, we did with the academic policy, but some of the language we weren't sure of because it had to do with legal parameters because we were limiting some people being allowed, and then the discussion came about whether or not they should be allowed parents, you know, to come on their behalf. And, you know, obviously Dr. Monique Lopez from the registrar brought up the fact that like other institutions like I think it was Worcester or Salem State, one of our sister schools, just says anyone aside from parents. So there's just specific language. We want to talk to, you know, like the university lawyers, but first we want to get some more research on the area to make sure that we're being inclusive. Hopefully that answered that question.
Any further? Seeing none, thank you, Joseph.
Cool, thank you.
Vice President's report, student equity, Joseph Vigneault.
Hello again. Thank you for coming down today. For the new faces in the room, my name is Joseph Vigneault. I am the Executive Vice President of Student Equity, and congratulations and welcome. Actually, I had this written earlier, but I thought I never talked about it, so I'm just going to talk about it. My fellow Executive Board members, Sarah and Dan and myself, met with Dr. Xanda Seymour and Nicole West last week to discuss student retention, as well as the achievement gap that I mentioned earlier this year. During the meeting, we discussed potential reasons for such a large achievement gap between non-white and white students at Westfield State. For those of you who don't remember, it's a 20 and 22 point difference between non-white students and white students at Westfield State. I'm going to pull out my notes because I'm going to talk about a little bit of things, not too much in detail, but a little bit so you guys have an idea of what we talked about. So Dr. Xanda Seymour kind of like led the discussion in retention, and obviously Dan and Sarah focused on that, whereas focused more on the achievement gap since that's more on the student equity side of things. But as far as the retention portion went, Dr. Xanda Seymour discussed that they will be like, I guess, assisting in the creation of a strategic enrollment plan. They'll be having a meeting with Dr. Hurd, I guess this week, if they haven't already. And retention is the main focus. They did discuss that urban education, one of the programs under them in the CSSE, actually has the highest retention rate out of their, like programs, but also as compared to the university, they have a higher retention rate. So maybe looking at that model, seeing what they're doing correctly, how we can then apply that on a mass scale at the university may be a solution to that. We also discussed faculty and how they engage with students. That may be one potential source of difficulty retention. Obviously, like when we're talking about, I guess, the way that students receive, the way that the professorship, interact with them, may then engage in the way that they receive the information given and how they become, I guess, attendance in class was one of the discussions brought forth by both students and Drs. Anna Seymour and Nicole West. So food for thought, I guess. We also talked about, the amount of students registered within the program and how they've collected 333 to 376 students just via transfers and whatnot in their program. So, they're doing really well, essentially. We discussed about students not already affiliated with the CSSE. The CSSE, for those of you who don't know, just includes basically all the divisions or programs under Dr. Zanny Seymour, so urban education, Bonacos, TRIO, et cetera, also veteran and military services. And we were discussing where are the students falling through the cracks and how can we support them. And one of the main theories that we discussed was just the fact that when we're collecting data and I guess categorizing our students to see who needs more support services, we sometimes tend, there's something going on that makes us not being able to see. So like, when you go to register, some of your professors or your advisor checks and sees if you're affiliated with the honors program or the urban education program, you talk to your other advisors in those programs. One of the difficulties may be that if you're both an urban ed student and a TRIO student, you may not see both on the online data system by a banner. So because of that, you might not get all of the support that you need. And also the categorizations in those areas may be just not fully included because there's a limited amount of information that we're allowed to put in there, or we being administration in that area. So, the idea is that more advisors create more support. So like if I have my academic advisor for my academic discipline and there's an advisor for urban ed because I'm also an urban ed student honors, I get all of that support and I'm able to go to multiple people. And, even if I have an advisor that may not be so great, I have two other ones. That's kind of one of the theories. We additionally discussed, it was a longer meeting, but I'm trying to be brief, sorry guys. What's it called? We also discussed potentially including CSSE onboarding when faculty and staff come to the university. They were in talks with what's called HR about this, so they just reported to us and told us that that's something that they may be doing, which may potentially, I guess, support students in that issue with, faculty who aren't understanding of specific situations regarding the diaspora of the student experience. And they also discussed, again, in the categorization, there's 3 high-risk things that categories that fall together that really make sure that we're able to support our students when they come here. And that would be understanding, number 1, socioeconomic status, first-generation status, and racial and ethnic marginalities. And in that respect, if you have all 3 of those, you are categorized as one of the more high-risk students because you don't have the support. Usually, it's because of these programs are supposed to support you in specific senses. So like urban education with first-generation students and across the board between marginalities. And that's pretty much it. We talked about the achievement gap, and I think I touched on that, so I will move on. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. The Governor's Advisory Council for the Advancement of Representation in Education convened yesterday at UMass Boston to discuss access and admissions in higher education. Governor Healy and Attorney General Campbell jointly issued an overview and FAQ document regarding the council and work being done to mitigate the issues caused by removing affirmative action on the state level. The governor and the Attorney General issued a press advisory last week discussing announcements at the event. If you'd like to read more information about it, you can do so. It should be on the mass.gov website. On Monday, October 30th, this is in the future, myself and other members of the Chaplains Council will be presenting on hunger, food insecurity, and poverty at the Interfaith Center at 3:10 to 4:25. While this is an interaction between the Interfaith Center and a specific course, all of you are welcome to come if you'd like to hear that discussion, whether it's 15 minutes or the entire time. It's going to be an interesting discussion. You might take something from it. And I will be having my one-on-one with Dr. Pierce, our institution's Vice President of Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, this Thursday. So if you'd like to have me bring up anything during our discussion, please feel free to let me know, either after this report or during my office hours. So please feel free to reach out to me during my office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Or via email at vvequity.sga@westfield.ma.edu. As always, I will leave you with a quote. Andrea Goele Jones once said, "I'm planting a tree to teach me to gather my strength from my deepest roots." Thank you.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Joseph Vigneault? Seeing none, thank you, Joseph.
Thank you.
Finance Committee, Kevin Westcott.
Hello, everyone. This is kind of strange, this new thing, but I'll get through it. So the Finance Committee met this past Thursday and we went through 2 finance proposals. Just to preface, so the Finance Committee, SGA, has $20,000 to allocate to finance proposals for the year. Our first finance proposal was from the Exercise Science Club. The club's current balance is $1,100, and the total for their event is $1,035. They're requesting a total of $535 to aid in conference fees for their yearly NEACSM conference. This was voted on with the unanimous decision by the Finance Committee to support the full amount. Okay. I move to accept the Exercise Science Club's finance proposal of $535.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the Exercise Science Club for $535. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns on the motion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries.
Okay, on to the next one. So the second proposal is from the Westfield State Dance Team for their nationals competition. They originally requested $4,000 on their request. After talking to their representatives, they informed us that the number had dropped to $1,417. The club has a current balance of $3,840 balance, and the total cost for nationals is averaging at around $24,932. The Finance Committee decided to unanimously allocate $500 for ground travel. Okay. I move to accept the Westfield State Dance Team's finance proposal as amended of $500.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded to accept the dance team's proposal for $500 amended. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns on the motion? Dan Courier.
Just for clarification, is this the dance company and not the dance team through athletics?
This is the dance team through athletics.
Any further? We'll move on to voting. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Abstentions? Motion carries.
Okay, and then just to, for the new senators here, I'm the VP of Finance. As you just saw, I run the finance proposals and present them to Senate on behalf of the Finance Committee. I also help with guiding club leadership, with fundraising and and setting up with finance proposals. I also am the student representative on the Westfield State University Foundation Board. And that's all.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Caroline? Seeing none, thank you, Caroline. Vice President's Report Publicity, Elizabeth Mercer.
Hello. Today after the meeting is the cornhole tournament. It will take place in University Hall. On Wednesday from 8 to 11, Kearney Hall is hosting the Hate-Free Girl Unity Tree event where you can sign your name on the Hate-Free Tree and receive a door tag. Sale is hosting a vintage clothing and accessory vendor outside of Ely from 10:30 to 5 tomorrow. The physical care package will take place on Wednesday at 3:30 on the second floor of the Ely Library, room 230. This event is focused on the well-being of students with help from Kelly Palm and the Care Center. Also, just a reminder that the open forum is on November 2nd at 6 in the University Hall multi-purpose room. Thank you for everyone who participated and helped with the Thrills and Chills events last week that CAB hosted. You guys did an amazing job. Also, making a TikTok after this meeting. If you want to be in it, let me know. Just see me after. Thank you.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Elizabeth Mercer? Seeing none, thank you. Neighborhood Advisory Board, Haley Kane.
Hello, everyone. My name is Haley Kane, and I'm the Communications Fundraising Representative for SGA. I'm a senior, and I double major in elementary education and psychology. Tonight, I'm reporting about a project I'm working on for the Neighborhood Advisory Board. Years ago, when this committee was active, they used to write newsletters to the residents of Westfield, specifically for the ones who live near campus. Now that this group is back up and running, we would love to bring back the newsletters. Since last year, I've been working closely with President Thompson on how we can increase connections between the university and the city. She has asked me specifically to be the student writing these newsletters with the help of the rest of the committee in marketing. I've been going through the older newsletters and brainstorming what these new newsletters should include. So far, I know we want to include the hours of the dining commons and any other places that the community can come to. We'll also be including a calendar of events around campus, because last year when I was talking to some of the neighbors at the NAB pizza party, they were telling me that it's easier if all the events would be in one place. So hopefully the newsletters calendar can help with that. I'm also thinking of maybe including student spotlights and like club spotlights so we can highlight all the amazing work our students are doing. I'm open to any ideas that you all have, so please let me know your thoughts. We're hoping to send this newsletter out after our NAB meeting, so anytime after November 9th. Thank you all.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Haley Kane? Seeing none, thank you, Haley Kane. Community Relations and Fundraising Report, Haley Kane.
So for tonight's report for Comic Fund, I'm wanting to let you all know about the annual turkey drive. For those who are new, each year we raise money for the Salvation Army to help support them in purchasing food items specifically for the holidays. It is called the Turkey Drive because for a while we used to raise funds to purchase turkeys for families of Thanksgiving. However, in the past couple of years, we realized that it's beneficial to raise money for the Salvation Army to purchase specifically what they need. For this drive to be successful, we need everyone's help. Starting November 1st and going until November 9th, we'll be going around to all the buildings here on campus and collecting money. Typically, we have a few senators for each building, so we can make sure we're reaching everyone. So there's gonna be sign-ups and a group me, so once those are out, just please sign up for whatever building works best for you. I always love this fundraiser and I'm always so proud of how this campus community comes together to help. If anyone has any questions about the Turkey Drive or is unsure about collecting money, please let me know. Thank you again for all the help.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Haley Kane? Dan Courier.
Hey Haley, so I remember when I was going around last year that the only concern among some faculty and staff was they had to give cash and not anything else. Is there a possibility we could use university tickets or some other site for getting people from whether it's faculty, staff, students, or outside the campus who want to donate?
I can talk to Laura about that and see if there's like any other way. 'Cause I know that was a concern last year too, so thank you.
Laura Cafaro.
Hello, hi everyone. When Haley and I met, we discussed going around campus and collecting funds, but Sale, also with the help of Matt, with the turkey trot that Sale and Tab are putting on, to enter the 5K. I know Jack will be racing it. There were options to either donate $10 to the turkey drive for SGA, donate a canned good or non-perishable food item for our common goods food pantry, or help with another project supporting homeless people around the community. So thank you. So the donations have already started, and we're just looking to keep it all balanced.
Joseph Green.
I just wanted to thank you for everything you gave me.
Thank
I know
you.
that the newsletter is a big thing, so thank you for leading that.
Thank you.
Nicholas Smith.
First of all, thank you. The Turkey Drive is always a really big fundraiser we do for our new senators and some of the ones last year. We raised a lot of money. I encourage you, if you have the funds, to donate. It always kind of feels good helping out. But also, I do want to highlight, like Laura said, the Turkey Trot. It's a pretty good event. I'm gonna try to run it despite not being a 5K person, so I encourage you all to get involved and, put on your running shoes and do it with us, so. Any further? Seeing none. Parliamentary report, Ethan Haynes.
Good evening, everyone. The Rules and Regulations Committee met today, reviewed two constitutions. First, the Diversity in Healthcare Club. This constitution was approved pending some edits that they need to do, just minor formatting issues. Excuse me. We also reviewed the Music Listening Club Constitution, who wishes to become a new organized club here on campus. We agreed to table it unanimously, pending a further meeting with myself and potentially other members of SGA staff. But otherwise, the next Rules and Regulations Committee will be taking place October 31st at 3 p.m. in the SGA conference room. If you need to reach me individually, my email is parley.sga@westfield.ma.edu. My office hours are Monday, 12:30 to 1:30, Tuesday from 12:45 to 4 o'clock, and 12:30 to 4 p.m. on Wednesday. And for our new senators, congratulations again. My name is Ethan Haynes, and I'm your parliamentarian for this academic year.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Ethan Haynes? Seeing none. Thank you, Ethan. Commuter Council, Desiree Brown.
Hello, everyone. So the Commuter Council met this past Friday in the Commuter Lounge. We were able to have all of our members present along with Laura and Kaolin. One of the things we primarily talked about was our Commuter Appreciation Day on November 14th. The timing for this event is scheduled to be from 12:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Commuter Lounge. We're working on ordering a large foam poster for the event along with some commuter-related merchandise to hand out during the event. Some ideas of umbrellas, headphones, air fresheners, car scrapers were discussed. We will provide catering. We're thinking of a brunch/breakfast style to go. Laura is working to reach out with our marketing team to inquire about the possibility of doing commuter stickers, just like car tags for all the commuters. We'll be utilizing the current Commuter Council Instagram profile for doing reports and also for other publicity things. We interviewed a candidate for our secretary/publicist on the Commuter Council. We're still waiting on an update as to whether or not they have decided to join us. The suggestion box that we had talked about previously has been ordered, and we'll be working towards setting it up in the Commuter Lounge. And the next thing we have for ideas is for chalking commuter parking spots and also for the bus pickup areas for commuter students who either drive or take the bus for the Commuter Appreciation Day, so we'll just show them some love. And we're gonna plan a day to meet in November so we all can get together and do all that. And some more updates and events will come. Any questions?
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Desiree Brown? Seeing none. Thank you, Desiree. Senior Class President, Caitlin Egan.
Well, I wanted to first come up and introduce myself for all the newer senators in the room. My name is Caitlin Egan. I'm a senior class president. I double major in criminal justice and English, minor in sociology, and I'm on the women's golf team. I have a few updates for you regarding what the senior class has been doing. We're nearing the end of our calendar fundraiser drawings. I hope you had fun following along with us as we pick a new winner every day. The prizes are only getting bigger from here, so stay tuned. Congratulations, Dan, on winning today. We are currently focusing on our 100 Days to Commencement toast at Westfield River Brewing Company, scheduled for February 8th, 2024. Which sounds crazy that I'm saying 2024 already. I'm excited to share the details as they're solidified. And finally, as I mentioned in a previous report, the class of 2024 wants to be the first class to bring back Senior Week tradition at Westfield State. It's gonna be a lot of money and a lot of planning, but I'm confident in my council and in Laura and Matt will be able to do it. We've made a plan for the week and working on approval so we can begin nailing down details and assembling packages for purchase, hopefully before the holidays. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them now or after the meeting. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Katie Egan? Desiree Brown?
What is
It's a great question. So I think the last time it was held was in 2012, so a long time ago. And it usually is the week before commencement. It's just celebrating being seniors and finishing your undergraduate degree. So it's events held just for seniors. We would be moving back in on campus for a week, staying in like the apartments or somewhere like that. And we're planning super fun events every day. Again, just for seniors. So we're talking about going to Treehouse Brewery, going to MGM, having a darty on the green, having a brunch just for with inviting professors and faculty that have really impacted our career at Westfield, things like that. So we're hoping to bring that back because we haven't had it for a while, and I think it's a great thing to start, just to celebrate all we've accomplished.
Any further? Seeing none, thank you, Katie. First year class president, Patty Sella.
Patty Soa, the president of the class of 2027, and I want to share that the class council and I have made some progress over this past week regarding installing more trash and recycling cans around the campus. I reached out to Officer Bernard St. George to see how we can actually get more cans and if we would be allowed to decorate them as an event, painting and purifying for an idea, to make people aware of their placements on campus and dynamically add student personality to our nest. We are planning to work with CAP and the Environmental Planning Club, but we're still waiting for a reply from Officer Bernard before we reach out to them to collaborate. I will keep everyone updated on the status of the event as soon as we get more details. I would also like to mention that I will be starting campus cleanups very soon. I just have to coordinate the times and dates of my schedule before anything is set in stone. I'll be advertising this around campus as soon as everything is planned out, and I'm looking forward to helping reduce littering before and hopefully after we get trash cans installed to promote an environmentally friendly campus for all. And that's all I have.
Are there any questions, comments, or concerns for Patty? Dan Carter.
Hey Patty, congratulations on your first report today. Just wanted to note, so for your project, just some other people to potentially reach out to. We do have a sustainability committee. It's chaired by Professor Taryn Weiss. We can get you her information. There's also going to be a faculty member who has some course release that is going to be in charge of sustainability efforts on the campus, which is newly announced as of a few weeks ago. So you can certainly reach out to them. We'll have information about that soon. And also facilities, since they control all the trash cans. I worked on a whole report on that, so I can get you their contact information. They'll be able to help you on the trash cans.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that very much.
Sarah Harrington.
Hi Patty, I love your idea, I think that's great. Is the event, are you planning on having your people decorate trash and recycling bins that are gonna go across campus or that they can take back to their dorms with them?
To go across campus essentially.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I know that most of the apartments don't come with recycling bins, so you could focus and have more of a apartments focused event and have them decorate their own recycling bins to promote that as well, if you want to do that in the future.
Yeah, I wasn't aware that they didn't have recycling bins. I was talking to a lot of people around campus and they didn't know what trash cans were, the trash cans and recycling cans. So I also want to do maybe a little info of recycling and just keeping the environment clean.
Austin Morgan.
Hi Patty, I was just curious if you've already contacted CAB about working with us.
No, I haven't reached out to you guys yet because I was waiting till I get a reply from St. George. I'm probably going to go to the cornhole event tonight because I know he's there to touch base with him.
I'm sure he'd be happy to work with you.
Yes, thank you.
Chris Parent, I withdraw. Okay. Any further? Laura Farrell.
Hi, I have a fun update. I reached out really quickly to Tony Santos and facilities, and they have 8 of the large recycling bins that they'll be providing us. So
perfect.
Full steam ahead. Yeah, we're all good for the painting portion of it and everything, and they're okay to go in residential halls if that's what you all select as well. So then the collaboration will begin.
All right, perfect, thank you so much.
I just got that update today.
Oh, okay.
Is there any further for Patty? Seeing none, thank you, Patty. Is there any new business? Dan Curry.
So the Accounting and Finance Club is holding an event this Thursday. If you want to learn how to embezzle money, we'll be having that meeting on Thursday, talking about Elizabeth Theranos and.
That's an announcement.
Huh?
That's an announcement.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's too excited, they'll find.
Thank you.
Rejecting that for new business. I think that's the first, Dan. Is there any actual new business? Seeing none, announcements, Dan Courier.
If you're interested in investing money, there will be an event this Thursday to talk about fraud. So we'd highly encourage you to go if that's something that you want in your future. Thank you.
Joseph Vigneault.
Two announcements. So the Division of Justice, Equity, Diversity, Inclusion, in collaboration with the Career Center, will be hosting a Disabilities in the Workforce event tomorrow in the Bronzo Hall Conference Room 107. There's a flyer on Instagram across campus. It's at 12:30 p.m. to 1:30. There's some catering, so definitely stop by. And there's another event coming up on Monday. It's Disability History Trivia Night. So if you guys have been seeing trivia questions on the Instagram, I've been posting them. You should definitely study up. The winner gets a boo basket. Don't ask me what's in it because I don't know. And a $10 Dunkin' gift card. And this will be at 5 p.m. in the Owl's Nest. Thank you.
Isabel, please.
Hi everyone, the Social Work Association is currently putting on its first fundraiser, so come and support. You can find us from 11 to 3 in DC, the Dining Commons, tomorrow and Thursday. They're $1 Halloween candy grams that you can send to your friends or to yourself. So definitely come see us in the DC.
Adam Carpenter.
I just want to give a quick shout out to the first year class, first constituency that's had every senator report.
I was just told to, I was going to announce this if Jack would have touched on it, but I was told to announce that Dining will no longer be posting menus on social media once Victory Slice is active. So.
Cool. Sarah Harrington.
The education department's putting on trunk or treat this weekend on Saturday from 3:30 to 6. In front of the church.
Jack Linden.
Make sure to go to Senator Training Friday.
Joseph Vigneault.
Sorry, I forgot another one. So the Gerontology Club has been, our last meeting, we actually were writing letters to hospice patients since the holidays are coming up. So if any of you guys want to write Thanksgiving letters or anything, something nice, draw something nice, please do so and let me know. I'm the president, or you could just bring it to the Health Science Student Lounge and we'll fund it that way. Be sure to include large print because some of these people have sensory disabilities. So they can see what you drew and have an aide read it to them if necessary. Thank you.
Elizabeth Mercer.
If you guys are free on Friday, I have my first hockey game. We play Springfield College at Smead Arena at 6. So, yeah.
Caitlin Egan.
206 days until commencement.
Roll call.
Caitlin Egan.
Here.
Timothy Allen. Isabella Patel.
Here.
Scott Dewan. Here. Nick Palumba. Here. Anderson Delaire. Here. Gage Glanville. Here. Justin Walls. Here. Crystal Mills. Diane Britta. Travis McLaughlin. Here. Patty Soa.
Here.
Benjamin Burnham. Here. Jaquela Leary.
Here.
Ariane Baker. Abby Glasheen.
Here.
Desiree Brown.
Here.
David Morales. Here. Haley Kane.
Here.
Isabella Moniz.
Here.
James McDonald. Here. Loic Black. Savannah Souza.
Here.
Miles Jordan. Gavin Fazio. Here. Jacob Constant. Here. Austin Morgan. Here. Brandon Rita. Here. Maggie Roberts.
Here.
Daniel Lyons. Here. Liam Connor. Here. Angela Hayes.
Here.
Iris Serda. Chris Pura. Here.
If there is no additional business, I call to adjourn the October 24th meeting of the Student Government Association until October 31st. Right.
your Halloween costumes. Yeah.